EA Sports. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. On third down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure...
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 84 yards. And the Texans are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this play... The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. Another tote for ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Lawrence. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They give him. 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Stout now. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Jones breaking from the contact. And bringing it out usually isn't the best decision, but he turned it into a good decision with what winds up being a terrific return. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Witherspoon. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Witherspoon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the...
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on first down. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. The stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Third and 20. They're going to look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. From the gun, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On play action, Lawrence. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about...
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll let this go deep for Collins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that. So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Devon Achane, a touchdown run in the victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Texans. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. And they'll go again with Etienne. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Lawrence to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Palmer. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Buying time to his left. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of of 30 big ones. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. Complete to Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He's into the secondary, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Here's Lawrence to throw. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Lawrence going to throw again. He'll get this one complete to Davis. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to...
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this second.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.